I met my mother at the gate.
I went to my mother's house and I ate her food.
I did not go to sleep.
I looked for a job.
I wanted me some McDonald's.
I got a slice of Sicilian pizza.
I hugged my mom.
I hugged my son.
I hugged my mom and took my shower. I understood exactly what unconditional love was.
People talk to themselves and you say, they crazy. No, they're not. I know where my facts come from. I know where my truth comes from. I know what I know.
When I was first incarcerated at the age of 19, my mother had just passed away. I was really scared. I was really afraid. And so I was in this room with another person, my bunkie, and I didn't come out of my room. I didn't come out of my room to eat. I didn't come out of my room to bathe, or anything. My bunkie, she used to bring me, and she was so nice. She used to bring me milk, fruits, and things like that for me to eat. But I'm really grateful for her for doing that, because if not, I wouldn't have had ate. I wouldn't have had came out of my room. The turning point in my life was 1990, 2000. That era. I loved school. That was my only escape. When my grandfather died, my sister and I started being with our father, and our lives changed.
Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, black.
In 1978, I gave birth to my oldest son and had to drop out of high school to take care of him.
1988, I was released.
1990, I dropped out of high school and get a GED. School was in the way.
1990, I gave birth to my first daughter.
In 1993, I'm in a bad place in my life due to a breakup. In 1994, I was in the back of the projects jumping double dutch with me and my sister.
1994, I was released.
In 1996, I met my abuser.
1997, I was born.
2003, I was released from Bayview Correctional Facility.
2011, I was released.
In 2015, I am released from Taconic Correctional Facility.
2017, I was released.
What I saw and what I learned during my 22 years of incarceration was mostly that every woman there has some type of trauma in their life. There wasn't one woman that I talked to that didn't have some type of trauma, and there are no programs to address that. My abuse started when I was 8 years old. My abuser was my father. When I turned 13, I couldn't take the abuse anymore, so I told a family member. They called the police and he got arrested. Little did I know that the whole family dynamics was going to change.
I started to run away from home in 1978. I was molested in 1980 and gang raped in 1985. I visited my dad in Mississippi in 1987. This is the first time I remember meeting him. When my grandfather died, my sister and I started being with our father. Our lives changed. At that time, I was already being raped, molested. I couldn't bear to tell my father. I never blatantly said to my father, yes, this happened. I had my first abortion at 17. I was a homeless youth. My brother started acting out, started using drugs, not going to school, getting arrested as he got older,
and ended up getting killed in a shelter. My younger sister, who did not understand anything, grew up without a father. And eventually, as she got older, started using cocaine, crack, and heroin, and eventually died. My two other brothers didn't have a relationship with me. I felt like they were angry, like they judged me and they blamed me, and that hurt me.
I come home in 2003. I'm trying to get my life on track. I'm on work release. Then I'm on parole. I'm working at McDonald's. I start an internship at Fortune. 2004, I start working at the Fortune Society. I had an abortion. I ain't paying child support. Then my daughter tells me something terrible. I take her father back to court. I have custody now, and he must pay child support.
My mother, who I blame because I believe she should have seen the signs, started having issues and taking medication and started to drink, and everything from there went downhill. I started using drugs as well, and it ended up getting arrested far too many times.
2005, 2006, I get off of parole early. I was supposed to be on parole until 2010. I have problems with my children's behavior. At that time, I obtained my bachelor's degree. I moved to PA in 2009. That is also the year that my grandmother died. I leave Fortune in 2015. I start working at Columbia. I start my graduate program in 2017. I get laid off in 2019. I obtain my MSW in 2020, and I am unemployed.
In 2002, I was robbing people and got caught in November of 2002. I was only 19. When they put me in a different culture with evil, mean people, I was only a kid. It creates a whole different kind of beast.
Everybody that goes to prison is not guaranteed to come home. And if they come home, they're not guaranteed to come home safe.
And if that trauma, unless it's addressed, will not allow you to heal completely and to move beyond incarceration. You see, Hope died today. She'd been dying a slow death for 2 years. I tried to keep her alive by nurturing her. I played her favorite music, hoping to strike a chord in her that would bring her back to me. And when that didn't work, I tried other things, like speaking to her softly about how much she meant to me. I stood faithful in my vigil, hoping that my presence would awaken something in her. I held her hand, willing her to take those first steps that would set her free from her slumber. I sang to her, hoping that the sound of my voice would help her remember a special memory. I'd lay my head on Hope's chest and cry tears of desperation, willing her to reach for me. But Hope had gotten comfortable in the dark little world she called her own, and nothing I could do could entice her back to the world of the living. I didn't give up on Hope easily, as you can hear from my story. Hope died a slow death, but Hope wore me down, and I lost myself in trying to keep Hope alive. So don't think of me harshly for laying her to rest.